episode of Vigor Warriors 2 and the 1% Club. Hope you guys are doing well this evening. Hope you guys are on conquesting, continuing to battle on, continue to work in God's purpose under our Lord and your Creator, and be able to continue to self-control yourself, and as a result of that, other things around you. So, welcome, my friends. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for all the shout outs. Thank you for all the nice things you guys are saying, the likes, the the donations, everything. Greatly appreciated. As I said, we're going to move to try and do a streaming one pretty soon. We're also going to try to do some exercises. I'll be able to show you guys of the Kelder's Fountain of Youth stuff. We'll kind of do some of that as well. All right, before we talk to our topic, and topic today is going to be staying away from watching TV. And this is from HVD IV, so I appreciate that. Let me do some quick shout outs here. Alvin from Dominican Republic. Alvin's a loyal listener and viewer. Thank you, Alvin. Moy Hernandez, another one. Alex McCunn. Davion Shipley, thank you. Stan Daman. Yes, congratulations, my friend. Continue to work hard. Self-control is excellent. So congratulations on our baby as well. So thank you, Stan. Ian OU, thank you. Rob, another one. Thank you, Rob. Solitaire Records Official, thank you. Solitaire Records Official, I think. The Guy, Alphonso, Antonio G, Joelercoaster, and Rob, and Day, an Optical Man as well. So thank you guys for all your comments. I appreciate those, and nice comments you guys are making, and I appreciate the support. All right, so let's go ahead and add two minutes here. Let's talk about our topic. Staying away from watching TV all night. HVD number 4, he talked about this, and he makes a really good point. So Warriors, let's talk about this idea a little bit. So as you look at your self-control, your retention, you're trying to become better and more efficient as a man, as a masculine male as possible. And because of that, you have to kind of look at all the things around you to actually help you become better each day. And part of that is kind of how you handle other things besides retention. Retention is the key to starting your foundational growth. That means you're learning how to control yourself. That means you're not really kind of coming to temptations and focusing on all those other types of things around you that can distract you. And a lot of distractions. A lot of people, they want your energy. We talked about this in the last 3 or 4 videos with women. They want your energy. And they're going to go ahead and try to seduce you and all these type of things because they see someone who is a high-value male. But the reason why you're a high-value male is because you have self-control. You have a higher purpose, which is why you're a higher value. You don't just go ahead and chase women around. In fact, women end up chasing you around because you are someone who has goals and things you're doing. You're not just going to go and do anything because they want. They will have to kind of earn that ability with you because you're the one who's in control. You're the dominant one. That's why God always says you're dominion. Man has dominion over all things. And this is very true when it comes to everything as long as you realize it. Now, we talk about staying away from television. And you could also say stay away from the internet, stay away from things. The key thing is not to change your lifestyle to the point where you're putting yourself in weak positions. Now, this is what I did. This is why I had problems for a lot of years. You do not want to get caught in a situation where you're not getting enough sleep. Sleep is a key part of this. If you get enough sleep, you're able to kind of keep your defenses up. You're able to keep up the Warriors being 100% along with retention and keeping your vitamins and nutrients, things like that. You can keep those type of things and be strong. But when you're up late at night and you don't get enough sleep, that's the time that these temptations seep in. Images, people coming over, you're having, female friends coming over, 2 o'clock in the morning. This is the time you have to be careful. You got to be careful because that's the time that you could release because you're not at full strength. And yes, you're at full strength when you're not releasing, of course. But along with that, you got to look at your own physical nature. You got to eat enough, eat the right kind of foods as well. Don't have too much sugar, processed type of stuff, and too many carbs for me is bad. But you got to make sure that you have everything moving in the direction you want it to move. And that's why it's important to focus on everything else around you besides this. And one of the things you got to do is avoid watching that television set, that internet, late at night. Because that's going to get you temptation. You're going to be weaker. You're going to be more tired. And then the next day, you're going to be more tired because you got to catch up. Your body has to catch up with sleep somehow. And you're not going to be as efficient. And once again, you're going to not be at 100%. That's why it's always important to get sleep. Now, some people need more sleep than others. I don't need it much sleep, but I need to get to bed at least by 10, 11 o'clock to be able to get my hours of sleep. The big dogs wake me up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and we go for a walk, so I don't get a lot of sleep after that. Now, finally, I have a week or so off here, so I have a little break. So I'm going to try to take advantage of that and get a little more sleep than I did before. But these are the times you have to watch out. You got to try to make sure. The other thing that happens is that late at night, all these things, these images start popping in your brain because you're not busy. What you're doing is focusing on these images and focusing on a television, trying to cool off, trying to relax. And what's happening is you're not focusing on the goals. And you get caught up in this whole late night type of thing where you're not really thinking about your goals. You're just kind of sitting there. And that's when negativity, that's when all the temptation can come in the form of pictures or people coming over. Who knows, you know. Those things have happened to me in the past. People show up at your door 1, 2 in the morning, and all of a sudden you gotta be careful. And these are the types of things that can happen to you, warriors, if you don't watch out. So I think HVD IV's advice is wonderful. I think you have to avoid watching this stuff late at night, whether it's the internet, whether it's movies, whatever it might be. Get enough sleep. This is a key. Get enough sleep that you're able to function well in the morning. And yeah, you may still be a little tired, but if you don't go to bed early, like there was times I used to be up to 3, 4 in the morning, again, watching shows, watching things, that was the worst thing ever. The next day you're caught up and all of a sudden now you're out of whack for a day and a half, 2 days trying to catch up with sleep. And sleep will catch you because you need to sleep. And therefore you have to make sure, the same thing with eating the wrong foods, the thing you want to try to make sure, remember your body is like a Lamborghini. God's given your body as a temple. You don't want to kind of not give it sleep. You don't want it not to have the right type of exercise and activity, things like that. And most of all, obviously you want to have self-control and learn that. And if you don't get the kind of sleep you need, you're going to have that problem. So there's a lot of reasons why I think this is a good suggestion from HGV. I think it's important to look at this and realize that this is part of your overall process of excellence. Get enough sleep, get up in the morning, eat the right foods, exercise. If you have work, great. If you don't have work, a lot of stuff going on around you, hobbies and things like that. Least of all, do not focus on women. Least of all, do not focus on temptation, all these other types of things. Focus on the ability to get things done. Have some goals set up for the day. Have some goals long-term, short-term, and focus on getting away from using television. I have no trouble with people that want to get some entertainment. But, we have a hot tub in the back, and people want me to go in a hot tub. I said I don't have time for a hot tub. I have no time for the hot tub. I got to get things done. And this is, 7, 8 o'clock at night. There's things you still got to do. Those things are more important. I'm not saying don't relax. I'm not saying don't enjoy yourself at times, but in the right situation, do that. And when you sit there, warriors, and you have the right situation, enjoy it with your wife, enjoy it with your kids, things like that, or, at least with your girlfriend or someone that you feel close to. But don't waste your time spending on all kinds of people that don't fit your purpose. Again, go back to the goals. Go back to the focus. Under God, what is your purpose? What are you trying to achieve? And those are the types of things you focus on. If you do that, you really, honestly, will not have time to sit there watching TV, watching things. It used to be I was a sport fanatic. I used to watch sports all the time. But now, I keep track of maybe the NBA or NHL or pro football, things like that. But I seriously don't have enough time. I have too many things going on as I've gotten older to watch a lot of stuff. And to me, that's not the same quality anyway as it used to be. So I don't really look at that and spend a lot of time watching it, because there's a lot of negative types of advertisement things that I don't need to be looking at, and focusing on the negativity of things, or focusing on things that are just against what God really wants. And I think that's the main thing for me. I don't have time to watch TV. I don't really want to watch TV anymore, because there's not a lot on there that I really can get a lot from any longer. So that's the key. So again, great advice from HVD. I appreciate that. And you guys continue to use that advice. Anything else we talk about, if you have questions, please let me know. If you disagree, that's great as well. We try to talk about things all over the place. I think tomorrow I'm going to talk about fasting. It is hard. Peaceful Being had a good comment on that. And then we'll talk about demonstration exercises. I'll try to do that. And then you'll be tired when you're on recovery, your body's recovering. Yes, I will talk about that, Tony Police C. So those are the next few things we're going to talk about, and we'll continue to kind of give you guys some good information. In the meantime, I will start thinking about trying to put some kind of streaming together or coaching type of thing for people interested. I think it's really something that I always do, because I'm a teacher by nature as it is, so I have no trouble coaching and helping people who need help and really want to, listen to my experiences as they are. So, all right, my friends, always remember two things as we close all the time. I always tell you the same two things. One, every day is a new day to a great warrior. And second, guys, we talked about the battle, the clarion call, to make sure he's on target. The reason we do that is because we want you guys to continue to battle!